Hey everybody, it's Brian Fleming here from MarriageBattlePlan.com, where my wife Jamie and I teach you how to communicate clearly with your spouse so your marriage will make it, because communication is key in a marriage. And today I want to share with you a quick tip. It's something that most people don't talk about. It's a piece of relationship advice that most people just don't talk about. And that is this. Get your space. See, there's lots of relationship advice out there that says, sit down and talk. That's good. Do things together. That's good. Go places together. Go on dates. That's all good. But at the same time, every human being needs space for themselves. I'm walking around this lake and it's huge just behind me here. You can't see all of it, but it goes way out there. And my wife is back at the house. And that's one reason we get along so well. If you think about the whole coronavirus thing, and if you're watching that now when it's happening, or if you're watching this in the future, there are a lot of relationship problems that arose because people were cooped up too much together too much without getting their own space. And I was in the hospital a few days back because my wife and daughter were in a horrible car accident. I was talking to some of the nurses, and they said, we haven't had much of the virus here or anything like that. But they said, what we've seen a huge increase in? Child abuse, domestic violence cases. Yeah, horrible stuff. People are together so much. They're together for an unusual amount of time, stuck together without having their own space to breathe, that they end up hurting each other, not just with words, but obviously also physically hurting each other. And that's just unacceptable. Like, there's a way around that. I have this lake. I walk around this lake once, twice, 3, 4 times a day sometimes, just to get my bearings, to get my space to breathe. I walk around it. Some people might call it like a walking meditation. I know that word is weird to a lot of people, especially here in America where I live. That's something that a lot of people aren't familiar with. And here in the West, here in America, people tend to think of meditation as basically thinking on something. However, at the same time, I used to live in South Korea, and a lot of people over in Asia, where a lot of this likely originated, if you ask them what they're meditating on or what they meditate on, they'll sometimes look at you funny, because to many of them, not all, but many of them, meditating on something doesn't make any sense, because over there, their perception, for many of them, meditation is simply not thinking. It's non-thinking. So it's not thinking on something, it's not thinking about anything. So when I'm walking around this lake, around this path, about a half mile long, I'm doing this for me. I do it, I breathe, I calm down, I think about life. Sometimes I don't think at all. I just kind of take my steps and I'm walking, and whatever the case, and just getting the fresh air. And when I come back, I'm a better person. I'm a better person to be around, for my kids, for my wife, for my family as a whole. I get ideas out here that I wouldn't get if I was stuck in the house with my wife and kids. And so I want to encourage you, get out, get some space. Make sure you and your spouse both have a very good understanding of the benefit of this. It's great to do things together, but if you really want your marriage to kick into high gear, you need to get used to having regular intervals where you each have a little bit of space for alone time, because you can both, in most cases, if you really want the marriage to work, you can both come back as better people. So look, if you want more marriage advice, things that can help you communicate better with your spouse so your marriage doesn't have to hurt you, but it can actually help you so your marriage can be healthy and prosperous. And my wife Jamie and I had this huge belief, and it's that marriage doesn't have to suck, but you have to do certain things, and there's certain ways we're wired. So if you want more great marriage advice, if you want some things you can do to enhance your marriage, just go to MarriageBattlePlan.com. You can register for the online course when it's open, as well as the live event if registration's open. And if we don't have it open at the time you go there, just click on the free button. We have all kinds of free resources on there that you can instantly use right now to enjoy your marriage more.